Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first night of Sleep When I'm Dead Readathon. As you can tell, I have a lot of ladies here tonight, which I'm super excited about. Make sure you comment down below in the chat what you're reading tonight, and if you want to put like what prompt it fits, definitely do that. But we'll just start with some introductions, starting with Keisha. Just let us know where we can find you, who you are, what you like to read, what month and book you did for the readathon. I think that's it. Go.
Okay, sorry if you can hear the loud car that's gone by. That was great timing. But hello, my name is Keisha, and I'm from the channel and the Instagram A Book Like You. I read a little bit of everything just depending on my mood, but I feel like I'm most known for reading a lot of spooky middle grade. I also read some like mystery thrillers, romance, different things like that. I hosted with Jesse in February, and we read Malice House by Megan Shepherd, which was a very interesting read. And then tonight, I'm going to be reading The Curse of Misty Wayfair by Jamie Jo Wright. She is a Christian suspense author, and this is set in a mental asylum. And it just sounds really good. Timelines. Lena's like, I'm listening. So it's really cool. Like there's one timeline where this girl is a post-mortem photographer, and she's using those skills to photograph the patients at the mental asylum. She's also trying to figure out like what led her here is she's trying to find her mom because she's an orphan. And so that kind of led her to this place. Lena seems very intrigued. I'm like,
you are speaking my language. Asylum, orphans, those are all my buzzwords.
So that's like one timeline. And the other is this girl, like a century later, receives a letter from her mom who has dementia. And then she travels to the asylum to mostly trying to find out, it says for answers to her own questions of identity. And then there's like this curse of Misty Wayfair, or legend of Misty Wayfair, that both of the women encounter. And Misty Wayfair is a murdered woman who allegedly haunts the area and whose appearance portends death. So that's essentially, that was a long way to explain it, but it just sounds really good. So I'm excited. I haven't started it yet, but I have high hopes for it. So
was this book written for me? I'm about to figure out where I can get my hands on this right now. Okay, I'll figure that out. All right. Hi, my name is Lena. My channel is Lena's Bookshelf. It's also my Instagram. I read mainly thrillers and historical fiction, but I also like to read memoirs and nonfiction psychology books. And tonight I am reading The Stranger Upstairs by Lisa Matlin, and I'm reading this for the prompt of a book somebody recommended to you because Gwen recommended this to me. So I love the color. It's gorgeous. And this could also count for like your favorite color on the cover, because that like dark blue of like the house is my favorite color. I'm only like 17 pages in. So all I know is it's a house that somebody was murdered in the past, and now somebody has like bought it and they're renovating it. So that's all I know so far. And I'm on my floor because my dog got spayed today. So if I'm like in and out today, like, or turning off my camera, it's probably because I have to tend to her for something. But I hosted in January with Jesse, the best month, because we read Off the Deep End by Lucinda Berry, and we actually had Lucinda Berry on the live show with us, and it was the best time ever. And so that was super great. It was also my birthday month, so it was like getting to celebrate my birthday with my favorite author, or one of my favorite authors. So yeah, that was really cool.
Hi, everybody. I'm Gwen. My channel name is Gwendolyn Kinsinger. And unlike, I think, everybody here, my Instagram is different than my YouTube. So my Instagram is actually Lavender Mud. Let's see. What other questions did you have for me tonight? I'm actually going to be reading Yellowface by R.F. Kuang. I've never read anything by this author before, but I'm reading it not only because I guess yellow is my favorite color. So it fits that prompt, but like I said, I need to read it for my in-person book club. And it does have like thrilling elements in it. So I need to knock it out before Wednesday. And I'm like, let's do it. But earlier today, I read the one, a book that was like a past book club pick. I read The Good Lie by A.R. Torrey, and I'm so glad I picked this one up to read because it was really, really good. And it's so funny because in the first year of the book club, I basically don't think I read any of the books, but I showed up to every single live show and stayed for the spoiler discussion and everything, which I stayed for this, but apparently it's been enough time because I had forgotten everything that her and Ashley talked about. But my plan either later tonight or tomorrow sometime is to go back and watch the live show knowing the story myself, because I rated it 4 stars. It was really, really good. And it's short. So if you're looking for a book to fit that prompt, I highly recommend this one. I actually hosted the first year. I did December. I don't even remember the name of the book. I blocked it out of my memory. It was like a Christmas thriller. What was it called?
Dying for Christmas.
Dying for Christmas.
Yes.
That was so hilarious. I thought I was going to be so cute. We were going to have a Christmas thriller and it was going to be great. It was not great. Well, the first part of the book was actually pretty good, but the second half of the book was a big womp womp. So, and then this year I hosted in July, we did the new Riley Sager because, you know, I'm the bestie, so I get to pick. And basically you can just go ahead and say next year, 2024, me, Jesse, Riley Sager, let's go. But yeah, I think that's everything.
Hi, I'm Summer. I have like the sun just shining on my face right now. My channel is Seasons Readings. Tonight, oh wait, I have to tell you what I read. I read a little bit of everything. I like fantasy, romance, horror, thrillers, all that good stuff. And I co-hosted with Jesse in May, and our book was You Shouldn't Have Come Here by Geneva Rose. Jesse loved it and I didn't love it. So it was a really fun kind of, you know. What are you going to say about it, Jesse? Yeah, I was like just okay with it. So I thought it was really like, it was a fun discussion. I thought it was good. And then tonight I am going to be reading Garden Spells by Sarah Addison Allen. It's supposed to be kind of like cozy fantasy. It's about a family that has like a magical tree in their garden. So it's not a thriller or anything to fit the readathon, but it's on my fall TBR. And I also have had this recommended to me by a few people, but I also might switch to A Twisted Love Story by Samantha Downing. I'm reading this one for the recommended by a friend one. And then for the other 2 prompts for favorite color on the cover and a previous book club pick, I'm doing A Twisted Love Story because that's the only one that I haven't read so far this year.
A Twisted Love Story doesn't have orange on it.
I knew you were going to say something like that. I actually almost picked a book with orange on the cover in honor of you and your readathon. I didn't, though. I should have. And I know that A Twisted Love Story is like not really liked by a lot of people. I'm having a really fun time though, actually. I'm like 30% through. Did you? Okay. Yeah, I'm like 30% through.
Yeah, I liked it. But I like anything she writes. So
yeah.
I'm biased. So yeah.
This is my second book from her, and I don't know, I'm having a fun time. It's like unhinged. These people are just crazy, but
it's more
I'm having a fun time.
It's not very thrilling. It's just more vibes, I feel like.
Yeah. Also, I just got to a point in the book where the main female character is talking about a previous job that she had as she like worked at a strip club, and she's a bartender, and her stripper name that she picked is Summer. So
I thought of you.
We all actually thought of you during that scene.
I forgot about that though, actually. That's so
just
funny.
Imagine me in my little blue bikini serving people. Yeah. Super cute.
I'm dead.
Anyway, that's what I'm reading. I might switch between the 2 tonight. I'm not really sure. But yeah.
Hello, I'm Elise. I'm a Virgo Rising Reads here on YouTube as well as on Bookstagram. I read a little bit of everything, but lately I've been really into like sci-fi and fantasy. So I'm kind of getting into my fantasy era, I think, which is exciting. I was the co-host back in June for, what was it called? The Only Survivors by Megan Miranda. I'm pretty sure Gwen was the only one that liked that book.
I actually really liked it. I think I gave it 4 stars.
Okay, good. Yay.
Yeah. I really
I think
liked
it was the vibes that I liked because it was set in the Outer Banks, and I
Mhm.
live really close to the Outer Banks, so I
The
felt like I
plot
was there.
twist.
Yeah,
The plot twist was my favorite part for
yeah,
sure.
I liked it too, Summer.
Well, I'm glad more people liked it. I think I gave it a 2 or a 2.5, something like that. So, but tonight I'm reading The Broken Girls by Simone St. James. I'm actually going to read it on my Kindle because my new Kindle just came today and I really want to read on it with summer stickers. But this is for the prompt of a past book club pick that I haven't read. I think it was from last year.
That one's
It was actually the very first book club discussion.
Was
So it's
it?
from 2021. Yeah. September 2021.
That book has so many, it has a very high rating with lots of ratings. Like a lot of people love that book. So I hope you love it too.
Thank you.
creepy. Yeah,
Good
I
book.
love that book. It's my favorite by her.
I think it's my turn. Hi, everybody. My name is Zoe. I'm Zoe Delaney on YouTube and Zoe D. Fluger on Instagram. I read mostly thrillers with some occasional lit fic thrown in there for fun. But I will be on with Jessie in October. So we have not read a book yet together, but I am very excited to. We will be reading The Spare Room, I think it's called, by Andrea Bartz. Okay, yeah. And it sounds absolutely unhinged. That will be a very interesting discussion. So please join. I am actually reading A Twisted Love Story by Samantha Downing as well. So I'm glad, Rachel, you said it's mostly vibes because I went in being like thriller and it's not yet that. So like maybe I can readjust my expectations. I'm not hating it. I'm not loving it. We just got to the strip club part actually. So yeah.
Don't
That's
expect any crazy. I mean, there is a few things that happen, but it's just all vibes.
okay. All right.
Yes,
I'll go with the vibes. Yeah. And that's the prompt, same prompts actually that Summer picked, favorite color and past book club pick. So that's me.
I'm Rachel. I am on Instagram at Happy Go Lovely Sleeves. And I just do live shows. I don't have a really YouTube channel really, but I do live shows on here a lot. And I'm Happy Go Lovely Sleeves on here too. But tonight, well, mostly I read thrillers. That's my genre is thrillers, mysteries, love it. And then like my subgenres are like fantasy and romance. So love all of that. I'm actually reading Caraval tonight because so many people have recommended this book to me. And so I'm really, really excited. Kindle from Bookphoria is dying for us to read this book. So I'm reading that and I'm really actually loving it. So I'm like that far in and I'm loving it. I was kind of bummed out because I was hoping my audiobook for this one would be available and it still says available soon on Libby. So I'm hoping maybe by tomorrow, but I want to read I Know Who You Are. This is the last Alice Feeney I need to read and it was one of your past book club picks, so I'm excited for this. I know it is very mixed reviews because of the ending and stuff, and I already know I got spoiled for the ending, so I know what's about. But yeah, so and I did the last book club pick with Jessie. We did A Twisted Love Story last month, so that was super fun with Samantha Downing. She's the best. I love her. So yeah, that's me.
I know I'm just so, I don't know. I don't want to sound cheesy and sappy, but I'm just so blessed that like not only was this a great year, but we got to have opportunities like talking to authors with like Lucinda Berry and Samantha Downing. And you never know, I might have a few tricks up my sleeve in the future. Just saying. Yeah, I need to not give too much away. But for anyone who doesn't know who I am, hello, my name's Jessie. My channel is Reading with Jess. I'm also on Instagram as Reading with Jess. This is my online book club called Sleep When I'm Dead. Started in September of 2021. This is the 2-year birthday anniversary. So I decided to do something fun by doing a 72-hour readathon. And I'm so glad everyone else is participating and wanted to come back and do some reading sprints. But for tonight, I am in the middle of The Stranger Diaries by Ellie Griffith. This is actually Gwen, who just left the camera. But this is her podcast book discussion. So I'm reading this one because we are actually recording Tuesday to discuss this book for the podcast episode that's coming up on the 25th. So definitely go check her out for her podcast and everything. But this is like a dark academia murder mystery, and I'm about 70% into this one, but I think I'm going to put this one off to the side. And Gwen's back after I just promoted her podcast. But I'm going to be starting Just Another Missing Person by Gillian McAllister for favorite colors, because I love purple and blue. I'm sorry, purple and yellow. So starting this one, page 1. So yay.
I'm interested to see what you think of that one, because I didn't love Wrong Place, Wrong Time. So
I was not a fan with that one either. So I'm curious about this one.
yeah, a lot of people liked that one, but it didn't do it for me. So hopefully that
this
one.
one?
No, Wrong Place, Wrong Time.
Oh, gotcha.
I love that one.
Yeah, I loved the concept, but it just didn't execute well for me. I think I gave it 3 stars, but all right, let's quickly go through these comments. Also, I did put a poll in the chat for the ambiance for tonight. So I didn't know if we wanted to do like spooky or cozy. So by the time I get to through all these comments, we will pick an ambiance room for the night, because I have 2 already up ready to go. But hello, Gerald's Game by Stephen King tonight. Another Broken Girls by Simone St. James. That's awesome. Be reading You Again tonight. It's a spicy one. Love that for you, Elizabeth. Hello and welcome. Finally reading A Twisted Love Story. I feel like everyone's picking that one up for this month. Or this one, In My Dreams I Hold a Knife. That was also a good one. In My Dreams I Hold a Knife, 41% through. Hello, The Marriage Act by John Mars. Interesting. Gray Sisters for the discussion on Sunday. Yay. Let us know how you're liking it. Actually, I'm really enjoying it so far. That def recommend if you love When Harry Met Sally. Yes, love When Harry Met Sally.
It's the exact. We're both reading it together, me and Elizabeth, and it has the perfect When Harry Met Sally, like friends, bickering, bantering.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so good. So good.
Me and Keisha actually just watched that movie with Gwen for her Patreon, and we're like for the first time for us, and we loved it.
So great.
Yeah, it's one of my all-time favorite movies. And then 2 of my best friends had not seen it. I was like, okay, we're about to fix this, y'all.
And in the very beginning, we're like, ew, what is this movie?
And I'm like, guys,
like
it
him.
literally just
Red flag.
started. Give it a minute.
And now we're like, we need to watch You've Got Mail, because we haven't seen that one yet either. So.
Yeah.
I
Are
know.
you
I
kidding
know.
me?
I'm like, I will take care of you ladies. It's fine.
Keisha, did you
When
say you don't like Billy Christie? Or no, Billy Crystal.
Oh,
What?
yeah.
That's the same. You don't like him?
No, I just haven't. Like, are you talking about When Harry Met Sally?
Yeah. I thought you said
did
you didn't
at
like him.
first,
Oh, okay.
but
Yeah.
Because, like, you know how he
nobody-
gets in the car and he's like spitting the grapes against the window, and then
Yeah.
just kind of like his personality, not like him as a
Yeah.
person.
Okay.
Me and Jesse were like, red flag, and we were like, he's not too cute right now. But then he got cuter, and he got
It was the facial hair.
It was a roller coaster of emotions during that, because I'm like, if they don't like it, are we besties anymore? I don't know.
Well, if you
Let
like
me just low key say they were both crying by the end. So
Okay.
Yes.
my job here is done.
It was so good.
I You've Got Mail even more. You've Got Mail is so good. I just
Oh.
watched it. So
I'm
good.
I just love Meg Ryan. Like
Yeah.
I love her.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Reading The It Girl by Ruth Ware.
One of my favorites. That's one of my favorites. I love that.
Really?
Me too. Yeah.
Interesting. See, I'm not a Ruth Ware girly. I don't know what it is.
I feel like I might not be a
haven't
Ruth Ware
read the
girly
right
anymore.
Oh.
I loved It Girl and One by One. Her backlist is like good but not great, and then her 2 newest books have been like 2 stars for me.
No, Zero
Yeah.
Days, 2 stars for you. I give that one 4 stars. I love that one.
It was 2 stars for me too. It's the lowest
Yeah.
rating I've ever given one of her books.
No, I'm a British mystery girly. That's my jam. So
Oh wait, I think I was getting her titles mixed up. I'm talking. Did we say Turn of the Key was the one that they were reading,
well, that's like
or the It Girl?
yeah.
It goes
Oh
with-
no, I don't like It Girl. Sorry, I was getting the title in my head confused. My favorite is
Love
Turn
the
of
It
the
Girl.
Key and One by One. Did not like It Girl.
I like her
Sorry.
backlist
Sorry.
way more than I like her newer works. Her backlist was way better.
Yeah, I have not liked anything.
Keisha.
Oh, I haven't even read the comment. I was like, what is she freaking out about? Buried in a Good Book. Makes total sense because that is Keisha's personality. Sandra's here. In My Dreams I Hold a Knife. In Home Before Dark. One of my favorites.
Sandra, I'm so glad you're reading that. Oh my gosh. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's
a good one.
perfect
Home
for
Before Dark for sure.
that.
Amazing.
So many reading buddies. The only one left, liking it so far. Riley Sager's endings have let me down before, so I'm not calling it a win yet. It's a win. Lena, I'm reading that next week. Belladonna tonight. Yay. The Bodyguard by Catherine Sinner. The last one by Will Dean.
That one's on my TBR for next month. I heard about it a couple weeks ago, but Jordan told me not to read it before I go on my cruise. So now that I've gone on my cruise, now I can read it.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
I also read that one too.
It's
I
wild.
did it. But that's okay. Everybody has their different tastes.
Yeah, I've heard people either love it or hate it. So I'm curious about that one too, because I love cruise ships. Well, I've only been on one, but
I thought I'd love it too because
I rated it 3 stars.
Hopefully you like it
Wait,
more.
I think Jordan gave it 5, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Jordan loved it.
Interesting. The Good Lies available on Kindle Unlimited. So there you go. Your space buns are cute. The Dangers of Smoking in Bed. It's an interesting title. Never heard of that one. Hello. The Unfortunate Side Effects of Heartbreak and Magic. Cute. So excited that your Kindle came in and you got that what color is it?
It's like
Agave green.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
So did it come literally today on Friday like they promised? Eventually?
Well, after they updated the delivery date, yes, it took 2 months.
Okay.
But,
I just think it's so funny. People get so picky over the colors of their Kindle and then they just cover it with stickers. And I'm like,
Right.
make it make sense.
and the stickers look so good.
It does. It does.
I just noticed all your stickers are by Summer, or
Yeah.
both of them are. So that's super cute. Yes. Kindle Saga and celebrating along with her. Yay. My Hold on Fourth Wing audiobook from the library came in. I never read fantasy, so interesting.
I'm so excited for you.
It's great. Yes.
Yeah.
And Rebecca Solera does the audiobook. She also is doing the audiobook for Caraval. She's like an OG fantasy narrator. So I'm glad that you have that one. So good.
Hello. The Only One Left by Riley Sager. Awesome. Hickory Dickory Dock by I didn't know that was a title by Agatha Christie. Interesting.
I'm gonna go see the new Agatha Christie movie this weekend. I'm excited.
Oh, what is it?
It's called A Haunting in Venice.
It looks so great.
Oh, I've been seeing
It
the-
looks cool.
I don't know if it's like they changed the title, but it's supposed to be Halloween Party, which is her book. So
Oh,
it's
interesting.
really spooky.
I haven't seen any of like the adaptations, like Murder on the Orient Express and stuff, and I really want to.
That's
So
on the
I need to
9th.
get on that.
They're all good. They're actually
Yeah.
all good. So you'll love them.
I love anything set in Egypt, so I really need to see Death on the Nile.
Yeah, so
Me
good.
too. Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm seeing The Nun 2 on Tuesday, and I'm really excited about it.
Oh,
Oh,
my God,
mm-mm.
you're great. You are brave.
Nope.
I
It's a
can't
no
wait.
for me. And then she's also picking up The Broken Girls by Simone St. James. That's awesome. Another one reading The Broken Girls. I feel like that's going to be a popular past pick. Working through At the Coffee Shop of Curiosities. Cool. You haven't seen You Got Mail. I'm offended. Not yet. I gave 0 Days 2 stars, but I love Ruth Ware too. So sad about that one. 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. That's a favorite. Magic Lessons by Alice Hoffman. Perfect for Halloween coming up. Let's see. Just another missing person. Oh, yay. We'll be reading the same book. Cute. They went their own way with Halloween Party, and I'm an Agatha Christie. Yep.
Yeah. It doesn't sound anything like the book, which is weird, but
Huh.
it's interesting.
Let's see. Pieces of Her by Karen Slaughter, which actually cover all 3 prompts. Oh, cool. Interesting. Yeah, I did that one with Gabby from Gabby Reads. Yeah, because the show was coming out. So I was like, ooh, perfect timing. Or the movie, excuse me. All right, let's see which ambiance won for the night. Looks like Cozy Fall won. So I guess I'll save the other one for Sunday, which we are doing reading sprints on Sunday. Well, most of us are. Yay. So what time is it? It's 8:30. Do you want to read until like 15 after? So about 45-minute reading sprint sound good for everyone?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Let me put this up. Oh, it's so cute. We're all on the side. We're so small.
I love the background.
Thanks. I literally took the thumbnail and took everyone's photos off and the words. I was like, perfect.
There you go.
Awesome. All right. So we'll go ahead and read until 15 after, come back, do some chatting and updates and stuff like that. And yeah, happy reading, everyone. how did everyone do? Good, I'm assuming.
Yep, I did good. I made it to page 53. So I didn't really know too much what this book was about. Like when I started it, it was just picked by my book club. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to read it. But it started off like totally different than I was expecting. But I guess it has to do with like publishing and basically this one. There are these two friends. They went to college together. One is super successful and one is not so much. And they're hanging out one night, and the super successful woman, and this is like in the first 50 pages, so like I'm not spoiling anything, but the super successful one like chokes on a pancake and dies. And then the other woman steals her manuscript that she had just finished like earlier that day and then like sells it as like her own. So super shady, obviously. And I guess another element to the story is like her friend was Chinese or Korean. I'm kind of confused about that, but I think she was Chinese. And obviously the other woman is like white, I'm assuming. It hasn't said like her race or whatever. And then the story that she wrote about was like about this like war and all this like Chinese stuff. So I don't know. It's very interesting.
Yeah. I read
but
that.
also thrilling at the same time.
I read it. It's really good. There's a lot of commentary on the publishing industry. It's really good. It's
Yeah.
super good.
Yeah, I love that one too.
Yeah.
I'll just pick a random person. Elise, you go next.
So I got like 25 pages into The Broken Girls, and it's spooky.
Mm-hmm.
There's two timelines. So there's like 1950 in Vermont at this all-girls boarding school, and then like 2014, I think, with this woman who, I guess 20 years ago, her sister was murdered, like on the grounds of this boarding school that's been closed for like 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's very spooky. I love the atmosphere, and I love Simone St. James writing. So I'm having a good time so far.
Yay. Lena.
I didn't get to read as much as I wanted to, because pretty much as soon as we started, little miss over here decided she wanted to get up and walk around. So she's back in her in her bed with her blankie. But I made it to page 36, and I'm liking it so far. But it's like pretty typical. Like somebody was murdered in this house years ago, and now somebody new has bought it and thinks they're gonna like renovate it. And she's kind of like snarky. She's a therapist, but she's like not a very good therapist.
Oh.
So yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. I'm just like ready for something else to happen. I'm like, okay, I get it. You're not really a good therapist. You just kind of like flub your way through it. I get it. Like, let's move on. So I'm like ready for something to happen.
Okay. That's on my TBR for October. And I'm really excited. And I'm excited to see what more people think of this one, because I know Gwen read it.
Mm-hmm.
And she gave me an update on it. And now I'm just like, what's everyone else going to think?
Yeah.
Okay, let me just say though, I was pretty much hating it. Like at the beginning, and this is why I think Lena was so interested. So when I started it, I was not liking it. Nothing was happening. I was like, okay, get to the point. Like what is this story? And then something happened, which was a reveal, but I still didn't care. I was like, because I'm not attached to the characters, I didn't care. And then I started caring. And then by the end, I was like, oh, that was pretty good. I still only gave it like 3 or 4 stars, like probably 3, because the beginning was so like, I don't care. But the ending was pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah, I've heard it has like a polarizing twist, and so I'm interested to see where I fall, because usually like I love that. I like the polarizing twists. So
But ask me if you think I think you're gonna like it.
Oh, do you think I'm not gonna like it?
I don't know, we'll see.
You just said to ask you.
What about you, Zoe?
So I'm reading Twisted Love Story, and I don't know how I feel about it still. I literally have no thoughts. I think I keep waiting for it to kind of like go somewhere, and it's not going anywhere. So I'm channeling the vibes. I'm still here. I'm still with it. But yeah, it's like this weird couple, boyfriend, girlfriend, that seem to just enjoy playing like mind games with each other or having like a weird relationship. Can't really tell like who's in the wrong, or I mean, they both seem in the wrong. But then you also have this like random assistant at the place where the guy works who's like very interested in what's going on, and I have no idea what's going on with that. So it's all around weird.
What chapter are you on?
I don't even know. Let me see. Of course I closed out my app. Chapter 23.
Okay, you're like just a little bit behind me.
Okay.
So
how do you feel about it? Are you like, do you like it?
I think I'm liking it, but I agree with you. I'm kind of like waiting for something to happen. I feel like in the chapters that I've read that you haven't, there might be some stuff that has happened.
Okay.
But I'm still feeling the same way. But I'm kind of just like along for the ride. I'm enjoying seeing how toxic these people are. It's like entertaining because they both deserve it. They're both perfect for each other. They're terrible humans. And it's really entertaining.
It's so wild. It makes me like, yeah, I'm like, it's making me grateful for my marriage. I'm like, I'm glad I don't exist in a relationship like that. That's crazy. So
It's
literally
funny. Samantha Downing, she said that there was only 3 ways that she was going to finish that book. And I'll maybe later you guys can ask me and I'll tell you what the other ways were, but it's interesting. It's a fun one.
Okay.
Yeah. But Samantha Downing is not afraid to take chances and stuff, which I really like. So she's gets into the nitty-gritty of things sometimes. So I feel like the receptionist is like one of the most interesting characters, honestly.
Yes.
I'm really interested in her. Yeah.
Is that her name? I can't remember.
Brianna or Bianca? Or...
I think it's Bianca.
Yeah.
I think one of the most fun parts of that live show is you asked about the dedication.
Yeah. And she was like,
I said what I said, and that's all I'm going to say about it. And I was like,
wait,
okay.
What's the dedication? I listened to the audio, so like.
I don't have the book on me, but like, Jesse will pull it.
This is about you. You know who? Yeah, I wrote this about you.
The person
read it, Jesse, read it.
Who's like the relationship that inspired me to write this or something.
Yeah. And she said in other interviews before, because I've seen her other videos, she's like, I won't talk about it anymore. So
yeah, she said, the man who inspired this book, you're damn right I wrote about you. And I was like,
I love it.
You have to go back. Like after you finish the book, you have to go back and watch that interview portion.
100%. Yeah. I'm gonna watch the whole thing because I didn't read it in time for it, and I really wanted to. So I'm excited to go back.
I think that's a challenge. That's like a bonus part of the readathon is when you read your book that you have to go back and watch that live show.
Yeah,
I do have a whole playlist too. So
I'm excited to watch
one of my summer projects was to make a playlist of all the live shows.
I rewatch the Lucinda Berry live show a weird amount. Like whenever I'm feeling like bad about myself, I like rewatch that live show. I'm like, but Lucinda Berry talked to me, so it's okay.
That's valid, Lena. I would have done the same exact thing with my favorite author.
Peaks in life because she talked to you. Okay, Rachel, how about your read?
Oh, I'm flying through this. I mean, it's a young adult fantasy, so I only have like an hour and maybe 15 minutes left at the 2.5 times I'm listening to it. So it's really good. I don't know if anybody else has read Caraval yet.
I read it.
And I
like when it came out.
Yeah, I DNF'd it like 3 or 4 years ago. I must have been reading a different book because I love it this time around. I kind of knew I would because I love the Night Circus and it's got those vibes. Yeah. So I'm really reading this series so I can go on to her newest series that is a spinoff. So I really like it.
Yeah. I'm not a fantasy girly and I actually really enjoyed that book. So
yeah, good. I also am sewing, so I sewed a bunch of corners. A bunch of book corners.
Oh. And Keisha.
Well, I read not as much as I could have because I went and made myself some tea. So that's where I was. Sorry, I was late. But I read about 28 pages, and I'm liking it so far, but not loving it yet. Like, I mean, her books, like, I've read one other book by her, and they start off kind of slow. Her writing is like pretty basic, and for me, like, I like a little bit more, like, I don't want to say flowery, but like creative writing, I guess, if that makes any sense at all. And so, like, it takes me a minute to get into the story, but like after a little bit, I know I'll get into it because I did with her other one. So, like it but don't love it, but it's going good so far. I'm intrigued, at least.
Nice.
Basic writing, my favorite.
Me and Gwen are so much.
Yeah, I like the
Seriously, though.
lyrical.
Yeah, you could tell the people that like the lyrical, and then you can tell the people like me that do not.
I like both. I like both.
So I just realized that it says Stranger Diaries. I did not pick that up. I went in with this, and I was actually going to DNF it, but I was like, nope, I need to make it to the first chapter. The end of the first chapter had me like, what is happening? So I'm actually in it for the long haul now. I made it 60 pages, and it's interesting. The one thing I've noticed is like it switched a point of view, and I literally didn't know whose point of view this was for like the whole chapter. And I was like, oh, this is the dad's point of view of the girl that went missing. Totally get that. But he also writes in second person because he's like, you wouldn't go missing, or you wouldn't go out at night with a dead phone. So like, why are you doing this? I'm like, ew, why are you talking to your daughter like that, even though she's missing? I don't know. So I'm interested to see where this goes. So let us know in the comments your updates, or if you joined us, let us know what you're reading. Let's see. Apparently we look like the Brady Bunch all stacked up in our little boxes. I think that's adorable. I did put everyone's channels and stuff like that. I was a good YouTuber and did my due diligence, as well as the Discord link as well for anyone who is not in Sleep When I'm Dead. 8% kind of bored, but I know it just started. Yeah, I think you also picked up this one. It's very boring until the very end of the last chapter. So, or the very end of the first chapter.
Is the first chapter like long or something?
They are very long. I'm only on the fourth chapter, and I'm like,
The other book was boring.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting because she's a detective for she's just a detective, and she gets a call that this young girl went missing. And so I know the synopsis is saying that she has to find the girl, but she also can't find the girl because then it could like release her secrets. Basically, I'll just let you know she's being blackmailed. And so she's trying to not find the missing girl so her secrets don't get revealed. So, yeah. Page 30 of The Broken Girls. 44% in my dreams I hold a knife. We also have Ashley Winstead being, or her newest book, Midnight is the Darkest Hour, as the November pick. Fun fact, actually, that was one of Zoe's picks for October, but she ended up picking The Spare Room. And I was like, okay, darn. But then Elizabeth's like, let's do this one. I was like, okay, cool. So I got my cake and had it too. Showered and listened to a podcast that sprint, but sitting down to read now. Awesome. The last one is just okay so far. 205 of magic lessons, liking it more than I did when I first started. Awesome. 52% of In My Dreams I Hold a Knife and really enjoying it. I'm here for the drama and secrets getting exposed, but I have no idea who the killer could be. Have fun. Read the first chapter of both books. Home Before Dark is creepy. My daughter joined and is reading book 2 of Percy Jackson. Oh, I'm glad she joined. Chapter 4 of Evelyn Hugo. I may end up a Taylor Jenkins Reid fan after all.
Hi, it's me.
Yeah. Join the club. Enjoying my book so far. Progress sheet made through. Yay. Got to page 33. The comments just went crazy. There we go. I had to get the kids to bed. The crayons go back to school. And the animal book. Looking forward to my book on the next front. Yay. Sprint went good. I need characters and thrillers, horrors to stop chasing every creak they hear at night. Girl, just roll over and go back to sleep. No, then there would be a story. Meet me at the lake after this. I'm moving to thrillers and fantasy books for fall. Cute. Reading a twisted love story. Some drama just started. Love hearing the rest of the guys go through the same similar pace as well. Divine Rivals. 30% enjoying it so far. I've been hearing a lot about this book so far.
Like top 3 of the year for me. It's the
really
best books I've ever read. I love it so much.
Like it's been out for a while, right? And I just feel like everyone's talking about it.
I think it came out at the beginning of the year, right? I think it came out at the beginning of the year. But yeah, it kind of caught the Fourth Wing buzz, the same thing. And they came out and they're really popular on Book Talk at the same time. Mm-hmm. But it is so good. The audio book.
It's on KU right now too.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. I recommend the audio too, if you can get the audio. I think the audio is on Scribd actually too. Nice. So yeah, it's a really good
audio. First reading ACOTAR and loving it so far. Yay. I know Summer's all excited for that. Alrighty. Well, it's 9:32 my time. Do you guys want to do another 45-minute sprint again? Just read till 15 after? Perfect. Okay. Or should we do the other ambiance? Switch it up a little bit?
Yeah.
Maybe I should show it. Let's see. This one is like a creepy graveyard cemetery. Okay, we'll do this one. That way we both get a little bit of both.
If something comes up on this screen, that's all I got to say. Like,
Keisha's out of here.
That's fine. But
stay muted, Keisha, so we don't hear you.
I know I looked at it earlier and I know it like changes pictures like after like 30 minutes, but that's it. Like nothing.
Okay, good. Because there was a Grudge girl on one the other day and it came out of nowhere and I was like, nope. So, okay, good deal.
Now I kind of hope it does so I can like see you freak out a little bit. All right, we'll come back at 15 after. Happy reading. Sorry to interrupt. How did everyone do?
Good.
Let us know in the comments section. Keisha, I'll just have you start first.
I got to page 58, and it's still like slow going starting out. So like we haven't made it. So the timelines go back and forth, and the first timeline is the one like, well, I guess they're both going to end up at the mental asylum, but neither one has gone to the mental asylum yet. So I'm just kind of waiting on that to happen, I think, for it to get super interesting for me. So yeah, it's just slow going, but it's okay. I just wish that I don't know if this makes sense or not, but sometimes when writing is too simple, like I have to focus harder on like what I'm like to comprehend. Does that make any sense at all? That probably doesn't make sense because it should be the opposite, but like, I don't know. I feel like I'm having to pay attention more because it's not pulling me in enough, if that makes sense. Maybe that's a better way to say it. So I don't know, but I'm hoping it starts to get a little bit more interesting soon.
Oh,
yeah. It's okay though.
How about you, Lena? How's Indy in your book?
Indy is finally having an appetite, so that's good. Which is, I was worried because she hadn't eaten in like 28 hours, but yeah, so this is a good sign. My book, I am at page 53, and I still feel the exact same as I did the last update. I have absolutely nothing more to say, so not super excited about that, but I'm gonna keep going. I'm not gonna DNF because of what Gwen said. So when I like really want to DNF, I'm gonna message Gwen so that she can convince me not to.
Sounds like a plan. I guess I'm next.
Yeah, we'll just go in the introduction order.
I made it to page 112, chapter 9, and I'm still feeling the same way. It's interesting. Like Rachel said, it has a lot of like commentary about publishing and about how, I mean, obviously this is a fiction book, so you don't really know how much is true or not, but like it just feels so true. And it's talking about how like it doesn't matter how well a book is written, the success will not be based on how well the book is. It's all about the publishing and how it's like marketed and stuff like that. And I'm just like, it just kind of makes me a little sick in my stomach, but and just how they place things in bookstores and just everything. So it's a journey I'm going on over here.
Wow. Summer, how's it going?
Good. So I actually like only the first sprint I listened to like barely any, like the first page of Garden Spells, and then I was like, I'm just not feeling this. So I've been listening to Twisted Love Story the whole time. So I'm on chapter 46 and I'm 57% of the way through. So past the halfway mark. I'm still having a good time. The pacing is still the same and stuff. There have been a couple of like things that we have found out. Connections are kind of being made. So that's kind of fun. I feel like some things are kind of happening. It's definitely a slower paced though. I can definitely see why this isn't for everyone, but I'm having like a good time though. So yeah.
Nice.
Also, I've been Animal Crossing, working on my island, and I feel like it's making time fly. Like I look up and I'm like, oh, the sprint's going to be ending in like 2 minutes. Okay. So it's good.
Nice. Elise, I noticed that you have like a vibe with like a candle and reading your Kindle. How's your book going?
Yeah, it's going good. I'm about 50 pages in now. I'm like partway through chapter 5. And I'm liking it. It's kind of moving quickly because, the chapters bounce back and forth from present timeline to past.
Mm-hmm.
And I like both. And yeah, we're learning more about the main character and she's like a journalist, and her boyfriend, I guess it's her boyfriend. They're kind of casual, but they've been together for about a year. He's a cop. And so they've got like their situation going on in the present timeline. And then in the past timeline, there's 4 roommates that live in the boarding school. And so far we've gotten to see like each of them and kind of figure out a little bit by bit. I'm sure we'll learn more as time goes on, but bit by bit, kind of why they're at the boarding school, and none of it is really for good reasons. So yeah, I'm still really enjoying it. And there's like this ghost of a woman that's like roaming the grounds, and there's like all these stories behind her, and it seems like each girl kind of has had her own encounter with the ghost, and again, we're just kind of learning about that. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it.
Yay. That's awesome. Zoe, how is your take on A Twisted Love Story?
I'm like so far behind you, Summer. I'm only on chapter 32. I feel the same. I'm getting a little bit annoyed, probably because I'm just getting impatient. So I'm just like, okay, like she keeps dropping things to create intrigue, but like, you know, this like car keeps coming up. I'm like, okay, well, but what about the car? I want to know about the car. Or like the strip club. It's only mentioned like a couple. I'm like, okay, well, what about it? And like, I know it's all coming together, but it's kind of driving me a little bit crazy. That's intentional.
I can totally see that.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been so distracted by Animal Crossing that I'm kind of like, whatever. Like, I'm not like that invested, you know? I'm just kind of like along for the ride.
You have like
the
happy
car.
weather.
Yeah. The car thing, I thought that I had it figured out. I was like, ugh, if that's the plot twist, this is going to be 3 stars. But there's kind of a little bit extra to it that I wasn't counting on. So I feel like I don't think it's going to be anything like mind blowing, but I'm having a good like 3.5 star time, you know?
I feel like it's the Animal Crossing just influencing how you like. You've got happy vibes with Animal Crossing, and it's just porn. No, I'm kidding. It's bad. I'm not hating it. I'm just kind of like, there's a lot, and there's also like a lot of female characters in this book. Like, I'm like, okay, we've got this person, this Karen, this thing. Like, I'm like, keep them all straight, like keep them all together. Yeah, there's just a lot going on. So I definitely will finish it.
Yeah,
we'll see what my final thoughts will be.
I've actually listened to it twice, but it was a 3.5 stars for me. And then after listening to Samantha Downing, I was like, okay, you should definitely go back and watch her interview, because she's very like adamant about like why she wrote a twisted love story, and you'll definitely understand it more when she explains it and stuff. But I definitely to a 4-star after that. So
yeah,
My Lovely Wife is still my favorite by her. So.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
such a good one.
I feel like I always end up like bumping up my rating when I listen to the author talk about their book, because they're so passionate about it. I'm just like,
and they tell you things like insights that you would never, know unless you knew it from them. That like that's why they put that in there. So I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
I'm almost done, you guys. Like I have.
Oh, wow.
This book is flying, and I just like literally when you like stopped it, something major just happened, and I'm like,
oh, sorry.
That means I'll finish it probably on the next sprint, so I'll be done when we finish. So
nice.
Excited to see. I think it's a 5-star. If not, it's like a 4.5 star. So I'm liking it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you think I need to read it? Do you think I would like it?
Yes, okay. The vibes. You love the Night Circus. Hello.
I haven't read the Night Circus actually. Starless Sea though.
Yeah, you love the other one. Yeah, I think you'll like it because you love whimsical things. So I think it's gonna be your.
Mm-hmm.
It's so funny because back when I first started like BookTube and stuff, and that came out, I ordered like the UK special edition where it was like 2-tone split down the middle with like the gold foiling, like, and I was so excited to read it, and then I was like, I don't like YA anymore, and I got rid of it. I should have kept it.
Oh, such a bummer. They do have a special edition at Barnes & Noble, I think. But I was texting a friend, and I was like, hey, I'm reading this right now. And she's like, it gets better and better. And so I just went on Amazon, and I ordered the box set.
Oh, my gosh.
Because I was going to go get the next one tomorrow. But I was like, you know what? Let me just go buy all 3.
Get the box.
Yep. I love it.
Nice. Okay. So I made it to page 106 for mine.
Is it getting better?
Okay, so it's like boring, but also interesting at the same time. Like, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
And I think it's just because we're getting like we got perspectives from the dad, like I mentioned, and then we had this random woman, and I was like, who is this person? And then I finally found out it's the mom. I was like, oh, okay, weird. And I think when we get these random perspectives, I'm just like, I don't care, but I hope this like ties in somewhere. But she's trying to like go along with it so her secret isn't revealed to the public or whatever, but she's also trying to like outsmart whoever's behind everything. So yeah, I'm intrigued, but it's also like kind of boring at the same time. So I'm just hoping it gets better as time goes on. So
That's sometimes the worst kind of book. Like, you have to know what's happening. You're not enjoying the ride as much as you wish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A bummer. A little bit.
And I will say it's like a different narrator every time. Like it switches. And it's not very often. It's like you'll go like 4 chapters and it's like, oh, the dad. I'm like, oh, okay. But like it's a different voice, and then I have to like the dad talks like 1,000 miles an hour. So I have to like bump it down. I'm like, wait, what are you saying? Like this is probably important. So but yeah. I don't know. I'm definitely interested. I mean, unless it gets like terribly boring, I'm going to continue. But like right now, it's like a high 3-star, almost a 4-star. But I don't know. But yeah, let us know what everyone else is reading in the comment section. I'll try to go through these pretty quickly.
Go to the puppies. Go to the puppies.
Oh, we got Indy and Jovi and Hal.
She's
This one's Markle.
Markle. So cute.
You just like see his tail, just like
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's see. Yvette said Divine Rivals was Chef's Kiss and got 10%, so I think I can finish tomorrow. Heather liked the vibes of this ambiance. I agree.
I did.
Danielle's at 21%, made to page 58 and enjoying it so far. Page 140 of the last one. It's getting more interesting. Yay. Chapter 41 of Queen of Shadows, exactly 50% of the way through.
Nice.
Awesome. 59% of Emma Dreams of Hold a Knife, so loving it and trying to figure out where it's going. Another 10% also mopped and unpacked a bunch. That's cool. We love productivity. Recovering pup, poor baby. Yes, we all love Indy. I put Carval on my TBR and taken it off so many times. Looks like I'm putting it back on.
Yeah, definitely. Especially if you want to read the Once Upon a Broken Heart. Yeah, everybody is obsessed with that series, and the third one comes out in October. So,
yeah, I read that like so long ago, and I loved it.
Yeah,
I mean, pre-YouTube, Jesse gave it 5 stars, but who knows what 5 stars meant back then. But I never picked up book 2 or 3.
I feel like it's worth reading because it's just like it was such a fast and enjoyable it's kind of like a cozy fall vibe.
Yeah,
for fall.
I can see that.
Yeah.
And 37% of A River Enchanted. Nice.
I love that one too.
Do you guys want to go until like 10 after? Does that sound good for everyone? Okay.
I think I'm going to go ahead and hop off and try and get this one meditated and figure out where she's going to be for the night.
Oh, I hope she feels better.
Yeah, thanks. She already seems better than she was a couple hours ago, so that's good.
Well, that's good.
That is good.
Yeah.
Keep us updated, and we'll definitely. I think you said you're going. There's Markle's tail.
Sorry.
I think you said you're gonna do Sunday sprints, right?
Yep. I'll see everybody on Sunday. So
okay, perfect. Well, have a good night.
Right.
Thanks.
Good night.
everybody.
we'll just come back at 10 after to wrap up and go from there. Hello. How was that last sprint for the night?
Good.
Good. Let's see. Zoe, I saw you were playing on your Switch. Were you imitating Summer with the book and Animal Crossing?
You called me out, except I took a break from my book, and I'm playing a different game called Fae Farm that came out recently.
Oh yeah.
How are you liking it?
No.
It's so good. It's so freaking cute. It's good. It's very like quest based, cozy, farming, fishing, bug catching, like all the classic life sim stuff. But I like
love that.
kind of Dreamlight Valley in that way too. Yeah, I took a break from my book. I didn't want to like keep getting mad, so I'm gonna like take a breather and come back to it. So
Yeah. What about you, Summer?
I made it to 71%, so I'm at chapter 56 now.
Oh wow.
And like, I'm still just having a good time, but like, I definitely like, I'm not gonna DNF it, but it's probably only gonna be like a 3.5 or a 3 is kind of what I'm expecting. But you know, it's kind of just nice to have something mindless that I don't really care too much about. Like, I'm not super invested, and I'm just kind of like vibing. So yeah.
How about you, Rachel?
Sorry, I was finishing my popcorn. I didn't think you guys wanted to hear me chomping. I finished it like 2 minutes ago.
Yay.
So good. Yeah. I don't think it's a 5-star because I know there's so much more to come. So I think it's a 4-star, like a 4.5 stars. I hate half stars, but yeah, it's really good. Yeah, I really liked it. I know that probably the second book is going to be so good. So I'm just lowering this rating first. But I really liked it a lot. It was fun. I think anybody who wants just like an easy YA fantasy to listen to, you should listen to it. Summer, you're gonna love it. I know you are. So.
Sweet. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Oh. What about you, Elise?
Yeah, this last sprint, I like hit a wall. I got really, really tired. So my reading speed, I don't have the audiobook, so I'm just reading physically, which slows me down anyways. But yeah, I only finished the chapter that I was on last sprint, so didn't get too much further.
That's still progress. I love that. Are you liking your Kindle, like, now that you have it?
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
Worth the wait.
What about you, Keisha?
I only read a few more pages. I think I'm gonna like take a break for the rest of the night and then try again tomorrow and see if it gets any more interesting. But I forgot that I was in the middle of a NetGalley arc of a young adult graphic novel. It's called Ghost Roast by Shawnell Gibbs, and it's kind of like Ghostbuster meets Ghost Whisper type deal. So I'm liking that. So I realized I was like halfway through that, and I was like, well, I'll just switch over and read some of that. And so that's what I did. That's great.
Oh. And what about you, Gwen?
Still feeling pretty much the same. I made it to page 148, so I read almost 150 pages tonight, so I'm happy with that. I just dropped my book.
I was gonna ask you, but I was like, well, maybe she doesn't want to be embarrassed.
I just
I made it to page 141, and I'm also feeling the same. Like, I'm interested, but I'm also like very bored. So like just ever so slightly not enough to DNF it. Like I don't know.
I just love that we're all kind of like, meh.
Meh. It is what it is.
We're all like,
At least Rachel loved her book.
Yeah.
But I understand like thrillers are such a hit or miss. Like sometimes they're just easy reads that you just don't have to think about, and then sometimes they're just boring. So
yeah. Also, this one follows like a detective, and that's usually like a no for me. So, and I think that's why I'm not liking it as much, because I'm like, okay, like it's interesting, but like I don't care. but like I do care.
Yeah. I feel like you and I have very similar taste in thrillers. We like realistic thrillers. Like that's our jam most of the time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. You don't have to continue it. You know what I mean?
I know. But then I'm just like, well, maybe it gets better.
Why do people always think that? Because they're always like, I would say, how far are you into it again?
141.
Oh, shoo-wee, that's a lot to invest.
That's like DNF territory for me.
It
Like I've got to
is.
hit the 100-page mark before I start thinking about it usually. But like that area, I would be like, if I'm still not enjoying it, but
Yeah. I think I might take the rest of the night off and then see how tomorrow is. If I'm interested to pick it up, then I'll pick it up. If not,
I also think we're just all tired.
Yeah.
That
could be it. Before we wrap up, let me see what everyone else is saying. Just finished things we keep earlier tonight. Not sure what to read next. Short chapters open to recommendations. The one that you read, Gwen, doesn't it have short chapters? The Good Lie?
It doesn't. I don't know. Wouldn't call them short. Some are short, some are longer, but it's a short book. So if you want to pick up The Good Lie by A.R. Torrey, I recommend it. Yeah, some of the chapters are shorter, but then some are longer. So it's not like a balanced thing, but also, I liked it. I flew through it. So
I know A Twisted Love Story has like super short chapters because there's like 80 chapters and they're all like 1 to 2 pages long. So that's a recommendation for you.
Also, the new Alice Feeney, Good Bad Girl, super short chapters. I gave it 5 stars. So, yeah. But again, I rate my thrillers a lot different than most people do. So
true.
But Elizabeth gave it 5 stars too. So I'm not the only
one. How to restart the book because I missed something. Now I'm enjoying it more. Update 10%. Nice. 37 pages. Got to a turning point and loving it. Nice. 73% of it in my dreams I hold a knife. Love that. My sister calls, so we plans for a cheese already. When are you hosting that? And
where's my invite?
Right. I feel like you should host that, Yvette. All right, we'll go ahead and end for the night. Thank you all for popping on here, obviously, whether you're in the chat or on camera. Thank you so much. We will have reading sprints on Sunday at noon Eastern, so 12 p.m., whatever time zone you're in, do the math. So I'll definitely post the, oh my gosh.
Live show?
The live show as soon, probably tomorrow morning, so that way you can set your notifications. Make sure you go subscribe to all of these ladies because they're super sweet. And yeah, we'll go ahead and end the night and see y'all in the next one. Bye.
Good night.